functional literacy assessment tool or FLAT. The FLAT assesses the highest level of reading of children can perform comfortably. So the FLAT is used to measure the child well-being target on functional literacy with children nearing end of primary school, the grade 6 or equivalent. The reading level considered as functional if a child can read through the story or local material and answer at least 2 fact retrieval questions about the story or local material. Just like, for example, if the teacher give a passage, learners can answer at least 2 out of 3. Now that learners considered to the functional literacy level. This is the grade levels, which is the grade 1 to grade 6. And this is the ages of different grade levels. Now in grade 1, it enables to read at least 4 letters and able to read at least 4 common words. That's the basis for the grade 1 in the FLAT tool. Again, in grade 1, at least able to read 4 letters and at least 4 common words. Now in grade 2, able to read one of the paragraphs. That's for the grade 2 text only. And in grade 3, able to read a short story, which is the grade 2 text, and able to respond to 2 fact retrieval questions. This is based from the grade 3 text. Just like, for example, as what I've said, we're going to give 3 questions and the learners answered correctly 2 out of 3, and that's considered as functional literacy. Now, in grades 4 to 6, able to read a passage of local authentic text and are able to respond to 2 fact retrieval questions. What is functional literacy? The reading level considered as functional if a child can read through the FLAT to the story or to the local material and answer at least 2 fact retrieval questions about the story or local material correctly. So this will show whether children can read material needed to function in everyday life. The highest level of functional literacy is reading and comprehension of the local material. Again, the highest level of the functional literacy is the reading and comprehension of the local material. While this measure is very important and useful, both this and reading and comprehension of the story are classified as functional literacy, and reaching either level is the desired outcome for literacy target. Now, this is what I've said in the grade 1. Letters. Ask the child to read any 5 letters from the letters list here. Then let the child choose the letters. If he or she does not choose, then point out the letters. So you're going to call any of the learners, then let them point out or tell what letter is this one, at least 5 from the given letters in the box. And if the child didn't point out, then you will be the one to choose the letters. For example, what letter is this, what letter is this, what letter is this. Now, and if the letters can identify correctly at least 5 of the given, then that's considered as the functional literacy level. Now, here is the child letters level. So this is the question. No, if the child cannot recognize 4 out of 5 letters chosen. This is what I've said. At least 4 out of 5, at least 2 out of 3, at least 6 out of 7. At least there's only 1 mistake. And if she or he cannot recognize 4, then he or she is not considered as letters level. Then mark the child nothing level, then the assessment is finished. So you're done. Now, how to identify if that belongs to yes or the functional level? So this is what I've said. If the child correctly recognizes at least 4 out of 5 letters with E, so easy for them. Then ask the child to try reading the words again and then follow the instructions for word level testing. If he or she can read 4 out of 5 letters but cannot comfortably read words, then mark the child letter level. Now, in words, this is the same process. Ask the child to read any 5 words from the list and let the child choose the words. If he or she does not choose, then point out 5 words to read. So the same process. If the child cannot read at least 4 out of 5 with ease, ang sayon lang, hindi siya magduha pag-answer or pagbasa, then if kulang, no, di siya up to 4, it belongs to no. And yes, if the child reads at least 4 out of 5 letters, na sayon ra sa iya. So that belongs to yes. More than one chance. So you're going to give the child more than one chance to read the text. Usually if a child is told to read again carefully and she can read, she will not repeat the same mistake. Practice and familiarity with a task improves the child's performance. So meaning to say, we will give chance to the learners to read again and again. So ask the child to try to read the paragraph again to confirm. Follow the instruction for paragraph level testing. If he or she can correctly and comfortably read words but is still struggling with a paragraph, then mark the child at word level. So nanakas babaw, if dili gihapon siya nang comfortable mo mubasa, for example, you're giving the paragraph, dili siya comfortable mubasa, so he or she belongs to word level. Ask the child to read either of the 2 paragraphs aloud. Let the child choose the paragraph. If the child does not choose, then this is the same process. You are going to point 1 paragraph to read. Ask the child to read it. Listen carefully to how he or she reads. Example, he will choose this part. This is a big monkey. He lives on a tree. He likes to jump. He also likes bananas. How to consider as paragraph level? Reads the text like a string of words rather than a sentence. String of words meaning to say, taas na yung pagbasa, nagduha-duha siya og basa ba, no? For example, may tao siya, so so mo to nga belong siya sa no siya. And reads the text haltingly and stops very often. Pero ito kanang undecided siya mubasa. Unsa na iyang basahon, din mumuhunong siya because dili siya comfortable. What word is that? So mo to siya, belong siya sa word level gihapon. Then reads the text fluently but with more than 3 mistakes. For example, you're given a paragraph. So in that paragraph, daghan man ang mga words. The child or the learners commit more than 3 mistakes. So that belongs to no. Now, in a yes, reads the text like she is reading a sentence rather than a string of words. So dili siya magkanga no, straight niya pagbasa. So yes siya. Then reads the text fluently with ease even if she is reading slowly. Bisan pag hinay siya mubasa, as long as confidence siya mubasa, easy sa iya mubasa, and that belongs to yes. Then read a text with not more than 3 mistakes, at least 2 or 1 mistakes only. Another, the story level. We're going to ask the child again. So the same process. Example, A big tree stood in a garden. It was alone and lonely. One day, a bird came and sat on it. The bird held a seed in its back. It dropped the seed near the tree. A small plant grew there. Soon, there were many more trees. The big tree was happy. So that's the story. Now, know if the child reads the story with more than three mistakes. So, dili siya at least mo lapas, no? Dili mo lapas og three, dili mo daghan. Then, mark the child paragraph level. Paragraph lang. No, siya, daghan magyapon siya sa'yo. Yes, if the child reads the story with not more than three mistakes. We're now in the comprehension level. We're going to read the questions out loud to the child, and then let the child answer. Why was the tree sad? Because it was alone and lonely. What did the bird drop near the tree as the seed? Why was the tree happy at the end of the story? It was not alone and many trees. So at least 2 out of 3 questions belongs to story comprehension level. So must answer at least 2. Alright? And here, muna siya. So the same rin hapon ang process. In this part, in the local material level, you're going to insert local material here, such as a passage. So I do believe that there are magazines or newspaper or any article in your barangay or in the municipality. So you're going to include that. That's the local material level. No? So muna siya ipabasa sa mga bata. Okay, that's the same process. Functionally literate. If the children who reach the story comprehension level or local material level are counted as functional literate for the literacy target. So this is the flat rating scale. Now, we're now in the scaling. Can read nothing or fewer than 4 out of 5 letters. Can read letters 4 out of 5. Can read common words 4 out of 5. Can read a paragraph of 4 simple sentences with no more than 5 mistakes. Can read a short story with no more than 3 mistakes. Can read and understand a story. 2 out of 3 questions must be answered correctly. Can read and understand local material. It's the same. 2 out of 3 questions must be answered correctly. In the flat tool, there are colors there in which that colors signifies what percent belongs the child. Example, red color, critical risks. So 50% able to read with comprehension by the end of the basic education. Example, in grade 6, now we are in grade 6. If 50% of the learners in grade 6 unable to read or no comprehension, 50% as no comprehension, now that belongs to critical risk. Now, in the high risk, it's the orange, so 50% to 70% able to read with comprehension by the end of basic education. So at least 50 to 70% learners able to read by the end of basic education. Now, in yellow, which is the moderate risk, 71 to 80% able to read with comprehension by the end of the basic education. Anyway, this is the orange this is the 51 to 70%. In green, relative low risk, gamay lang, over 80% able to read with comprehension by the end of the basic education. At least 20% of the learners dili kaayo makakomprehend. So at least 80% no makakomprehend sila. So that's a very good nga level sa grade 6. So this is the flat rating scale. You have here the grade level, the learners, the name of the learners, the age of the learner. This is answered by yes or no. Check lang na siya. Is the child at letters level? So when the child becomes yes, when the child becomes no. Is the child at word level? You're going to check only paragraph level, story reading level, or story comprehension level, local material level. Then the rest, there is here in the rest, you're going to color here red, green, yellow, or yellow green. So anyway, you are guided here naman siya gibutang dala sa ubos. And we give already in this flat tool in the group chat of the reading coordinators. No? Remember this. The assessment is now finished. Don't forget to thank the child for participating. Appreciate and understand the attempt that the child is making. Thank you.